Come on.
Live show. Oh, it's a live show. Yo, it's a live show. Oh, it's a live show.
And we are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live show. The Big Nasty and Chanko and Big Nasty's live show. How you doing, Mike? You all right, boy?
It's a big one. Big episode,
big
guys.
One. Yeah, big five.
Yeah.
Big 5-0 show. Big 5-0 show.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
50? Happy anniversary,
Yeah,
buddy.
50, man.
Yeah, 50th
It's
show.
our 50th, man.
Very cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Time flies, man. But yeah, how you doing? You doing all right?
Doing great. Yeah. Yeah. Look forward to this all week. And yeah, I think this one specifically been looking forward to. So yeah, I think we have a fantastic guest tonight.
Yeah. You want to tell everybody about him?
Yeah, I think a lot of our buddies know. But yeah, we have the great Dan Mendoza on, which I know a lot of us have watched Alan's channel for quite some time, Comic Collector Geek, and I think he's probably the biggest Zombie Tramp fan that I know. And I started buying Zombie Tramp as a result of Alan, talking about it. And it's funny, and I love the art, and it's like all the things I think both of us like, in comics. And I've met Dan, past two C2E2s and signed books. Super nice guy, and talked to him at C2E2 about coming on, and he agreed. And yeah, here we are, comes to fruition.
Well, let's bring him out. And here is the great and powerful Dan. Welcome, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Hey guys, how's it going? I like that intro, dude. That intro's hilarious, man.
Thanks, man.
I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like gone in phases. Like Rich, talked to some people on Instagram who like made the song, and it was like an older kind of thing, and then our buddy Kiss made the new logo, and Rich put together the animation on this. So it's like a Frankenstein version of like past things, where it's really cool now.
Dude, that's hilarious, man.
But yeah, thanks for doing this, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, man.
Thanks for reminding me, because I always forget. And then even right now, I got home, and it was like I was like, where did I leave my phone? And then I was like, oh, it's in the car. And I look, and it's like 7:15. I'm like, oh, I got to be on a show in like 40 minutes. So I didn't forget, man. But I didn't remember to like the time, man. I was like, oh shit, I need to start setting alarms.
It's like it's kind of the one nervous part, like every week, like it's like will the person actually be there,
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody's been cool so far, so that's happened. But so what we like to do first when we start here is we like to say hi to all of our friends that showed up in the chat, all Bill Big Comic fans, and I know a lot of big Zombie Tramp fans are in the chat tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see. Start with K Munin. He clocked in at 2:02 p.m.
K Munin, a big Zombie Tramp fan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it, man. Oh, Alex, you changed your icon there. Your Spider-Man. Cool, man.
Good to see you, Alex.
Yeah. There's Lewis. John Harrison.
Hey, John. Good to see you.
Sir Robbie Josephs.
One of the best people you can meet.
What's the link to the show on the YouTube?
Derek, would you mind putting the link to the show in the chat? I
want to copy and paste it into my Facebook page real quick.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Derek, the great Blue Wrench, if you are able to put the link to the show in for Dan, so we can cut and paste.
I was gonna say I sent it to your Instagram.
You can throw it in the private chat if you want to. It's no big deal.
Well, I think he wants the link to the show though, Rich, not the stream area.
The live show that's happening now that we're on. So I'm gonna copy
show. Okay.
Yeah, never mind. So people could jump quick.
There it is.
Sweet.
No, that's
Derek has it.
not the link
Thanks, Derek.
to his Instagram, but he's put
The YouTube.
There
He's
it
got
is.
it. Derek's got it. Yeah. Thanks, man.
I got it. But let's see here. We got Stevie D.
Hey, Stevie, another one of the nicest people you can meet. Zombies to the right of me, zombies to the left. Okay. Beard Rooster.
Mr. Rooster. The Clinter.
Yo, Clint. Won the last giveaway. Clint.
Jeff Jack.
Jeff, as always, good to see you, man.
And then Derek. Thank you, sir.
Thanks again, Derek.
And Mr. Mark.
Good to see you, Mark.
Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. Yeah, Brittany, I just sent an AOK, just landed for her today. So
let's see. There's Alan.
Yo, Alan. That's what I was talking about. Probably the biggest zombie trap fan in the world.
And then you got Space Case Collectors.
Good to see you, Space Case.
Hurricane.
Yo, Tan. Good to see you, man.
Lisa Noble. Oh, not
Lisa
there. I mean, this one.
Good to see you, Lisa. I think Lisa's a big
Lisa.
zombie trap fan too.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. And let's see that.
I think we're caught up.
I think we're caught up. As they come in, I will show them a little love and acknowledgement. So, but yeah, Dan, thanks for doing this, buddy. Really greatly appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, no
taking
problem.
time out of your day and hanging with us and answering a few questions.
I'm always like, oh, I remembered. Awesome. Hell yeah, dude. I get so busy these days. I'm just like, I'm all over the place now. It's like crazy.
My week is so busy now, but this is like, it's the highlight of my week when we can get to do this show. But yeah, thanks again for doing this. So as we talked a little bit backstage, we start the show pretty much the same way every week. The first question is, how'd you get into comics? Like, were you into comics when you were a kid? And then how did you start creating comics?
Comics, comics has always been around. Like when you're a kid, like to date myself, I've lived in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. So those are the best 3 decades in history. Like, but anyways, like, and for comic books, the 90s boom was like the craziest. But just just as a kid, comics were just always around. I didn't think about this story till like last year. I was at a show in Tucson, and the question came up, like Brian Polito, and we were all at dinner with some other creators, and he asked the whole table to kind of like, how did this happen, But I never really thought about it. But like comics were just always around when you're a kid, and you looked at them and they were cool, and you watch cartoons with superheroes, but you never thought it was a job. You know what I mean? Like it never clicked. And then I remember one day going to this comic book store. I was in junior high. I was like 7th grade, and I went to this comic book store, and there was an artist there and like signing and stuff. Wow. And I'm like, what do you mean, like an artist signing? He's like, oh, he's a new artist that just started at Marvel on Silver Surfer. And I was like, oh, I never read Silver Surfer. What is, and then he was giving out free like Xerox sketches of Silver Surfer, and he signed it and stuff. And I was like, that's when it kind of clicked. Like, this is a job, and before that,
do you remember the guy's name?
It was Ron Lim.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool.
This was I grew up at that time. I lived in Sacramento in California, and that's when it kind of clicked. Like, this is a job. This guy does this for a living, and I've always drawn my whole life, and I've always made little comic books, for my friends at school, but I never thought about it, dude. And then once that started clicking, I started buying more of his stuff. That's when I started my whole Silver Surfer run. Like, I have a big Silver Surfer collection. But I started getting to the stuff he did for Eternity Comics before that, and like it was called X Mutants and all this other cool stuff. And I would have him sign everything. This is like 1988. And I was just like, yeah, it totally clicked. And at that point, I was like, that's what I want to do, So I just drew constantly. I just would draw all the time, and then you start picking up. As you get older, you start picking up other artists. I started picking up, like Jim Lee and Will Spartaccio, like all those big guys that came out back then. But Jim Lee was a good one for like when I was just kind of still learning the anatomy and stuff, and then Todd McFarlane for page design, but I quickly kind of jumped out of that because anime started making the scene, and Dark Horse started putting out manga, and Viz Comics was putting out manga, and then there was Battle Angel Alita and Ghost in the Shell and Appleseed and all that stuff. So I started really getting into those two artists.
You were really early on me.
Yeah, so that's like Shiro Masamune, who did all that Ghost in the Shell. And I was really into his stuff, and there was a Japanese market that was like 30 minutes from my house that had a bookstore, and they had all these art books, like Shiro Masamune art books, and it was all his watercolor paintings and all his digital stuff he was doing. And then Yukito Kishiro, who created Battle Angel, like I was buying all his books because his action sequences were just so good, man. And just I started getting more and more influenced by anime. So I was trying to get out of, like, around the end of high school, I was getting out of American styles and going into Japanese styles. Right. And for a while, I just drew straight Japanese style, and I would apply for Antarctic Press and all that stuff, and they send me rejection letters and all that, and then
you can see it in your style, like the bigger eyes and the
So then I remember it makes sense. I remember 1994, me and my friend went to San Diego Comic-Con. We drove over there. And at that time, you could just wait in line that day and get a ticket. So we did wait in line, got a ticket. We sat in portfolio reviews all day. Watched the editor-in-chief from Antarctic Press just rip me about the way I drew. And Fred Perry was with them that did Gold Digger. And Fred Perry thought my drawings were dope. So. But and then I actually interviewed for a Japanese company. They had a translator with them. It was funny. Antarctic Press says, they were making fun of my anatomy at the time or whatever, but they're saying it's still too American. No, they said that's not Japanese enough or whatever like that. And then I took my stuff to another company. They said it's too Japanese. And then when I randomly saw there was a company from Japan looking for artists, and they had a translator and stuff, and I made an appointment to talk to them. So the next day I go, and they're looking through all the stuff and talking about my influences and stuff. And then at the end, the guys that needed a translator all of a sudden just started speaking English to me. So they were liars. But they said it's good. They go, your stuff is good, but it's too American. So we got one company, an American company, telling me I'm too Japanese, a Japanese company telling me I'm too American. And then I read an article.
Goldilocks and Three Bears Jew.
Yeah,
this one's too small. This one's too
So I read an article one day in a magazine. I don't know, I forget which magazine it was, and it started talking about neo manga, and what's neo manga. So it's like this whole kind of. It was like these artists that was. What are you gonna rolling with my pizza? Hell yeah, thank you. I got pizza.
Nice, there you go.
But it was like this whole article about how all these new artists are coming in, and they got this Japanese influence stuff, and they dubbed it neo manga. So I thought that was kind of cool. But and at that point, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do comic books because I'm getting rejection letters left and right. So I went to art school for animation, and that's when I started getting influenced by Disney animators like Glenn Keane, and Glenn Keane was a huge one. There's a few others, but I'm drawing a blank right now. Ward Kimball, who created Jiminy Cricket, but all these artists, they just had such a crazy, awesome style, and Little Mermaid's like my jam. Like the school I went to was created by Disney, we had access to all the model sheet archives. So I really started learning face expressions from their model sheets. So my style started changing again. It went from anime to Disney, and I think that's kind of still where it is now. It's more of a Disney mesh with anime kind of thing.
and by Disney, you're talking about kind of like the character expressions and things
Yeah.
like that you learned. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, the character expressions, and some of the expressions are big time anime over Disney. But I remember Glenn Keane came to our school to give a lecture, and he was just talking about face expressions and pushing how you push the expressions in the faces, and you stretch the face and you squash, and all these animation principles and stuff like that. And to this day, I always think about that stuff when I look at Western comic books, and most artists cannot do expressive faces and stuff. The one that could push it the best and has a Western style, of course, is J. Scott Campbell, dude. He could push a face expression so well.
Sure.
But he's utilizing those animation properties, man, with like giant, not being afraid to make a giant mouth or squishing the face and all that stuff. And it's just, yeah, there's so many, like, I just see it's kind of so stiff, man. But like people that kind of jump into more of the animation stuff, you'll start learning like how to be more expressive with faces and hands and all that.
That's a great point that you're making, because like, as you're saying it, I'm thinking of like Don Rosa and Carl Barks and the Donald Duck kind of stuff and all the and that's really what stands out a lot of times with their stuff is how expressive the characters are.
Yeah, Bruce Timm was a big one. Like when Batman animated series came in, man, it was like what is this style, dude? It's so simple, man. And then like I started learning things like this is how I draw arms. This is how Bruce Timm draw arms. Look how simple he made it. He made it with 2 lines. You know what I mean? So I started looking at that stuff. Shane Glines pushed it even farther, which I thought was really cool. Shane Glines is awesome. Tim Sale, Darwin Cook. Like I started looking into those guys. I'm always sticking more with that cartoony style. Even like this is a secret I tell you guys. If you guys are into anime and manga and stuff, but you're also like want to break into comics and you just really want to get that anatomy, especially drawing sexy women and stuff, and get those anatomy, get dynamic poses and all that stuff. I'll tell you right now, here's the secret. Start looking at hentai comic books, dude.
Oh,
because those guys are the masters of anatomy. Like if you find the right hentai artists, their anatomy is so good, dude, and they can do any angle. And they know how to make skin look soft, and they know how to make everything. It's crazy. And those guys in Japan, it's like a different kind of culture where if you're doing those kinds of books in America, you're shunned. If you do those kinds of book in Japan, they start looking at your stuff in your anatomy skills and stuff, and then you start going into mainstream. Like there's so many mainstream Japanese artists that started off doing that stuff, and you just don't know it, because it wasn't ever advertised in America. But
so I think it kind of leads us into like a really big topic that I know we want to spend some time on, but it's 16, 17 years ago, Zombie Tramp.
Yeah.
So let me do my best to like give my like Cliff Notes version of Zombie Tramp. Like if I'm like in an elevator pitching it to someone, and you tell me how bad it is. Okay. Janie Bell, escort, bitten by a zombie, and then like killing enemies across the country as she gains more powers. And I know there's a lot more. There's like the book and the antagonist with the mad. And I'm forgetting the name, but how bad of a job did I do?
Not bad.
Oh, sorry. I had another one because I saw you talk about this in an interview and I thought it was so good.
Yeah.
B movie slasher type inspired.
Yes. Another thing, when I was at school in college, my 3rd year, I was doing. Every year you do a short animated film on your own. You draw the whole damn thing. And my 3rd year, I was like, I'm going to do kind of a horror genre. And I did like these, these busty girls, and they go to a club and but they're really monsters and looking for the fattest guy so they can eat them and all this other stuff.
This guy is great.
And then I think it might be in my YouTube page. It's called Mortal Hunter, and the coloring's awful and all that stuff, but it's cool. But I remember I had to in the middle of the year, you have to do a portfolio review, and they have to look at your stuff. The stuff that they look at and the grading you get is based for the next year of any kind of grants or scholarships you're going to get.
Oh no!
So I remember showing him what I've got so far of that cartoon, and one of our design teachers, he's like, the stuff you do is just trashy and cheesy. And I was like, oh no. And he goes, but that's not bad at all. He goes, I want you to start looking at a filmmaker called John Waters.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, start looking at John Waters. He goes, and also start looking at what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank? He's the best. Wait, hold on a second. Why did I draw the break, man? That's funny. Russ Meyer. Sorry.
Oh, Russ Myers. Okay.
Yeah, I started looking at
Russ
Russ
Meyer.
Meyer.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like Faster Pussycat Kill Kill and Pink Flamingos. I'm like, okay. So I watched this and I was like, this is amazing, dude. This is garbage, but it's amazing, you know?
Because that's what it's like. It has that feel to it. And, you know, it's campy and it's fun, but it's also hot chicks and monsters. Which is like on this show we talk about it all the time. We love hot chicks and monsters. It's like, you know, anytime somebody does. In fact, we had a Kendrick Lim on Kunka. He was one of our first shows. I asked him what he liked to do, and he said hot chicks and monsters. And ever since then, we've been talking about how much we like that. So Zombie Tramp is like right in line with like the wheelhouse.
Kendrick Lim did some amazing covers for us like a few years back.
Did he? Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah, he's cool. And but yeah, anyways, I started looking at that, but then I started looking at just the genre of grindhouse in general. You know, it's like exploitation films and Pam Grier and all this other stuff, you know. And I was like, this is the jam, dude. This is my jam, dude. You know, and so, you know, you fast forward to like 2007 or something like that. I'm just like, you know, I just have a normal day job. I finished school, and I'm just kind of like, why did I go to school if I don't have an art career? So I was like, I'm going to go to a comic book store for inspiration. So I go to a comic book store. I hadn't been in a comic store in a while, and I look around, and I'm just like, I don't like any of this anymore. I think I grew out of capes. I grew out of all this stuff. I don't like it. And I was like, well, this is what I want to do. You know, like I've always wanted to make comic books, and I had a short run working for little animation studios, and I realized that I don't work well with people. So
you seem like a nice guy.
Yeah, I don't, dude. But anyways, like, so I'm kind of like, I need to make a portfolio piece and send it out to different companies and try to get a job. So I was like, if I'm gonna make a portfolio piece, I'm gonna make a short comic book, but I need it to be interesting to me. So I just like, what do I like? I like slasher films. I like grindhouse. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I was like, I always like monster girl, drawing cute girls. I love monster movies. And I was like, okay, there's not a really famous slasher movie with a female lead. And there isn't a one that's like a monster girl, you know. We got, you know, Jason and all that stuff. They're always male. And I was like, okay, let's do like this cute zombie chick, and everything's from her perspective, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, you're rooting for the monster. And I was like, well, let's keep it grindhouse. Let's give it a stupid name. And I was like, let's call it Zombie Tramp. So that's where I started with that. And then, I did one book, and I think it was like 34 pages or something, or 30 pages maybe. And then I took it to a show. One of my friends at the time said, hey, I got an extra badge if you want to just sit at my table and try to sell them. So I made like 80 books of issue 1, and I sat there, and this was San Diego Comic-Con, and I had never sat at a show before. So I
that
just
had to be
there.
fun.
I didn't even have a banner. I just had this little like 18 by 24 foam core poster that behind me. And then I sold all 80 books in 2 days.
Now a note on those 80. These are the infamous Brian books.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so the title of it says "She'll blow your brains out." It says "Zombie Tramp." She'll blow your brains out, and it says Brian's. So
could you show it again, Rich? The thing, so people can see what we're talking about. But so yeah, you see that "She'll blow your brains."
That's the right
out.
One, actually. That's the brain. Yeah, that's second print. So that one says "She'll blow your brains out," but the first print says Brian's.
Our friend Alan has a Brian's issue, and those are very, very rare, very hard to find, and
I don't have one
expensive.
either.
But,
I don't have one either.
I love stuff like that when there's like this kind of strange version out there that people collect. It's one of those, as a collector, you like to know that those things exist out in the world.
Yeah. So after I sold those books, I was like, oh, forget trying to get a job. Why don't I just make issue 2?
That's
So
right.
I made issue 2, and then I made issue 3, and then we put it into like a digest size trade and put it into Diamond, and then that sold, I think like 2,500 copies or something.
That's awesome.
And then at the time, that's the beginning of a company called Action Lab, and some people that I knew already jumped to that company to help get it started, and they were telling them about, oh, you should try to get Dan Mendoza on here. So yeah.
So I know this isn't the first.
No, that's Zombie Tramp number 3
from the continuate the next part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So when I signed with Action Lab, they reprinted the first volume, which was the origin book. And then I was doing another mini series of Zombie Tramp, which was 4 issues. And that was the Taint Train of Terror. And then that one did well enough where they said, hey, we want to talk to you about doing a monthly series. And that's what you're holding right there.
Yeah.
And we decided to do a monthly series.
Just so everyone knows, we're doing a giveaway tonight. You have to stick around. You have to be watching. But this is one. Dan signed this for me this year at C2E2, but you'll be getting one of each of these C2E2 exclusive signed by Dan Mendoza, and this Zombie Tramp signed by Dan Mendoza. Stick around. We're going to do a giveaway tonight.
And that one you held up of Cannibal Kitty?
Yep.
That is drawn by my wife, Nightmare Lynch.
Oh,
and colored by me.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I colored it. She drew it. That's her exclusive from Chicago. Yeah.
Very cool.
And that's her character. That's her IP. Her IP is Cannibal Kitty. Yeah.
You'll be getting both of these signed tonight.
I like it. Cannibal Kitty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I guess this kind of leads to and I don't know how much you want to talk about the controversy, but so you have Zombie Tramp. It's your character. You start bringing in other people to draw. You're still writing, and then after a little while you step away, but then things start to slip, and the way that you kind of lost the control of the character for a while.
Yeah.
Can you tell us whatever you can talk about that? I don't know how much you want to talk about.
I could simplify it for you, where it's as time went on, Zombie Tramp was doing well and all that stuff, and was doing a lot of shows and all that, but it was just, as time went on, it was it just became like more of a money making thing, where it was just like, let's do all these crossovers, let's start calling, instead of the Zombie Tramp universe, let's call it a different universe or whatever. And it's kind of like, I was just kind of like, there's kind of like a lot of cooks in the kitchen right now. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm gonna make another comic, and I'll put it on Kickstarter. So I just want to see if people like what I do, or they only like Zombie Tramp. So I created a character called Sad Girl Psycho Baby, and we did a campaign for that, which is a post-apocalyptic genre. That's Sad Girl Psycho Baby right there. That's a ZT Omega she's holding, by the way, which is the post-apocalyptic version of Zombie Tramp.
Very cool.
But I created this book, and I was like, let's do a Kickstarter to see how it does, and it did really good. And I was like, okay, so they do like what I do, So that was the start of Still Ill Comics. At that time, we called it Still Ill Princess, because that's our mascot, is a princess. The whole theme of that princess is she's a mentally ill Disney princess, is how we kind of dub it. But because we make comics that are just bizarre and grindhousey and things that people are scared to do kind of today in this world. But yeah, so around that time, that's when I was like, they had Action Lab had started the Death of Zombie Tramp series, which was cool, and I was like, what if we just make it real? Let's really kill her off. And I did. So we did that.
Killing her off, it was kind of a happy ending. At first.
It was. Zombie Tramp stories are fucked up, like where nothing goes her way. She is bad karma. So she only runs into shitty people, shitty things happen to her. So we ended it with not her dying, with her living, like where she actually falls in love. She becomes human again. Everything's good. She walks away into the sunset, and then we started up with a new character that was going to be Zombie Trap Angel Lynch, and at that point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to walk away. So I walked away. You know, I just didn't want to just do it anymore. So I walked away, and then I tried to take Zombie Trap with me, and they were like, no. So 2 years after that, I got the rights back. So,
well, you got it back.
Good.
And no ill will to anybody. It was just you know, just had some differences, and you know what I mean. And it's just, you know, you don't want to let go of a character that's making you money, you know. So, but yeah. But so now I've had her back for 5 years. So
it's very cool. So just to so Sad Girl Psycho Baby again, elevator pitch. First character, new still little company, post-apocalyptic Latina gangster.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So Sad Girl Psycho Baby, post-apocalyptic genre. With, you know, a Latina gangster, like she's dubbed as Earth's last homegirl. Sad Girl Psycho Baby is the epitome of sadness. Everybody in the future is like over half the population is wiped out. So whoever's alive is kind of like mutated. So her mutation is sadness. So she can instill suicide on people. So
the teardrops are a nice touch.
Yeah, I like the teardrop, dual teardrops. Yeah,
she's born with the teardrops. Her skin's blue because, you know, when you're sad, you're blue. You know, things like that. She's a cool character, man. Like it's ultimate respect to her, man, because that's the beginning of Still Ill Comics, man. But yeah. Like right now, we're working on the next book, and I'm just like drawing covers. I'm just like, this is where it started, man. Crazy.
So and then like the character after this really started as a sidekick.
Yeah.
So Sugar Pop, and I guess I thought it was a unicorn horn, but you were saying it's more of a demon horn, I guess.
Oh no, it is actually a unicorn horn. Okay. Sugar Pop, there was a whole thing with her. I was already working on this character for a while, and she did at the time, like her horn was like more of a demon horn. She was more of a shapeshifter, things like that. I did see those. Yeah. Sorry. But when we were putting together Sad Girl Psycho Baby, it was kind of like, we're only going to make one comic. So it's kind of like, which one has better, like which one is more complete? Like which one has has a more complete story? And it was Sad Girl Psycho Baby. That whole story was written and it was ready to go. But hers, I was still messing around with ideas of her. So I was like, well, if I'm only going to make one book, let's put her in it too and make her the sad girl sidekick, because it's kind of like an odd couple. You know, sad girl's just grouchy and kind of more business-like and, doesn't fuck around. And she's just all happy and positive and stuff. So it's like a positive and negative hanging out and stuff. So
like a sci-fi backstory
for
Sugar Pop.
Yeah. So it's explained in Sad Girl Psycho Baby how the world ended. It's not to explain too much, but once you get into the origin book of Sugar Pop, you can kind of see how Sad Girl's story began, and it began because this race of unicorns is responsible for ending the world.
Hot unicorn chicks destroy everything,
and that's what happened. And they did it like at Disneyland too, so it's cool.
So I hope I'm not missing questions, but in the chat, so we like to make sure we're just recovering. But so Still Ill, you've kind of got a bigger vision with Still Ill, and some of the things are really cool. So one of the things, and I guess it's newer, is Still Ill Collective. So it seems like you have an idea for your own. It's like almost like a Kickstarter, like a crowdfunding for comics. So what made you think of this?
Polito's a friend of mine from Coffin Comics, Lady Death, all that stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
He also feels kind of like I call him my Willy Wonka because he shows me how to make chocolate. But yeah, a few years back he did his own. He jumped ship from Kickstarter and he started his own Coffin launch and he's doing really good on it and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, good for him. And then as time went on, Kickstarter, Kickstarter is awesome. We love them. We started our careers off of them and stuff, but it's coming to the point where we're always worried that we can get shut down at any time just because of someone's opinion. There's no hard rules of you can do this and you can't do that. It's all based on opinion. So it's like I don't want to live with that stress, dude. So I was like, hey, let's just start building. So we've been for a little bit now. We've been building this idea of Still Ill Comics Collective, which would be our own crowdfunding site. So whenever we come out with a new book, instead of backing it on Kickstarter, you back it straight on our page. But what's good about that is that we're not losing that huge cut that Kickstarter and what's it called, backer kit and all that take. So our books we're going to sell them for cheaper, things like that. We're putting together like the difference is that on Kickstarter you pay like the campaign runs about 30 days and then they charge your card. On ours, it's kind of like we're going to charge your card right then and there, but you can select the pay over time thing. So if you're like, okay, I just want to do 4 payments or whatever, so because it is a pre-order. You don't get the book right away. It's going to take you a few months, but
really cool.
It's skipping us over backer kit, which saves time because when the campaign ends on Kickstarter, we don't get paid for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then after that, we have to put it in backer kit. And then we have to build that. That's another 3 weeks. And then we run that for like another 20 days. So it's like, and then we go to print, but it's just like, we could probably go to print way sooner now because of all this. We don't have to, right then and there, when you buy the book on our page, you pick if you want it signed, you pick if you want it with a top loader, you do all your picks right then and there.
Very cool.
You know what I mean? And then that way we could just print out the work order and just have it ready to go. We don't have to worry about waiting for you guys to fill out the survey and stuff. So
will this only be for your own titles, or is this something that you anticipate opening up to other creators?
Right now we're just saying it's just for Still Ill Comics.
Okay. Which the acronym's hilarious. That it turns out to be sick.
Yeah, that's my wife, because we're always like Still Ill, because it was Still a princess. So I was like, well, the abbreviation is SIP. That's kind of weird. But then we did Still Ill Comics. I'm like, well, at least Still Ill Comics kind of it spells sick. But then when we were kind of going over what we're going to call the the crowdfunding page, I was like, how about the collective? And she's like, I like that too. And then she's like, but do it with a K so we could finally spell out sick. And I was like, all right.
There you go.
It's so good.
And it's cool because that kind of
awesome, yeah. That
kind of just describes, some of the genres of the books that we make. Like they're grindhousey, man. There's a lot of crazy, gory shit going on, so.
Yeah. I mean, someone, Derek in the comments mentioned, about Kickstarter. Actually, it's the payment service where they were going to restrict adult content. I guess they've gone back on that. But
they've gone back on that, but they're talking about Stripe. But I don't got nothing against Stripe. We use Stripe for a lot of stuff, but everybody can make the decision of how they want to do stuff. So those fast food joints and all that stuff, but we didn't like build our campaign, like our website, through Shopify or anything like that, because so many businesses are just run by that credit card processor. So we're hand building this whole website so we can choose how the payments go down, and if for some reason anything was shut down, we can add different plugins where we can even like have you pay with your checking account number. You don't even have to use your credit card. So there's so many different custom building a page. You have so many options to do what you want. So right now I think we have 10 different ways to pay right now.
Wow,
So
that's really cool.
yeah, so right now all we're doing now is we're kind of just working on making sure the shipping is good. We want to try to give you guys reasonable shipping prices based on the weight, not just a flat rate or whatever. So yeah.
Couple notes. Make sure I know Derek has dropped the IG for Dan Mendoza on IG, but
Yeah.
also go to Still Ill. When you go, it'll prompt you for your email address. Enter your email address so you're getting updates from Still Ill at the site.
Yeah, to go, that'll be on our newsletter, because a lot of times I tell a lot of people when they ask me the same things over and over, and I was like, but are you following our newsletter? You would have known this, you know, because they'll be like, oh, I missed this campaign, I missed this. And I'm like, well, you know, people always miss out on something, even though I'll be talking about it for 2 months. And I'm just like, you can't trust social media to show you the things that I'm posting, you know. But if you just have an email, dude, and you sign up for our newsletter, you're going to get an email about it. You can even sign up for text. So when a new project comes out, you're going to get a text. Dude, it's going to say, hey, a new project came out, and it has a link. You know, it's so simple.
Right.
Everybody has their phone in their hand, dudes. Come on.
Yeah, and a lot of cool stuff on the Still Ill site. Like you do a lot of different, like excuse me, not just comics or an art, but they're like there have been like figures up before. There's like like displays, like
acrylic stands.
Yeah, acrylic stands for comics and stuff. Really cool stuff that you can find there. One thing I'm making a request, and you've probably done this before, but Zombie Tramp t-shirts, man, for the site.
We always do them.
But are they? But I was looking today. I didn't see them,
because when they're gone, we don't make them again.
Oh,
so every time we do a new campaign, we'll release a shirt, and if you don't get it, then there's a slight chance there's left. Or what are you, a 3X?
I'm a 2.
You're a 2X. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's a common size, dude. Like,
yeah,
our fans are big at heart and big in the body, bro. But you know what I mean? So it's kind of like there's might be some leftovers in the store. So that's what I always encourage people to jump on our pre-order campaigns for our new projects, because that's when you're going to get dibs on the covers you like, the artists you like. Like you said, like all those, we had those collectible coins, you know what I mean? And the shirts and apparel and stuff. Now we're doing like drawstring bags and all that stuff. Cool. But yeah, these are like, you know, we always do these coins. They're like, everybody loves these coins, dude.
Oh yeah, some special.
Oh, really cool. Yeah.
For a while we did these limited, like where there's only 150, and then they were selling out. So we're just like, man, why are we making it limited? You just grab one, dude. Like, you have 30 days to grab one. How about that? You know what I mean? So it's just.
Well, a couple of things. So Lisa's requesting more action figures, which I'll echo as well. I've seen them. They are really cool. But Archivist Adrift, our buddy Jason, had a question for you.
Huh?
You seem to have gotten on the zombie trend early. What do you think it is about zombies that appeals to people, and is there still more to do within the genre?
Yeah, the whole zombie thing was cool about it, is that, you know, like I like the original movie Zombie and like all the other stuff. I liked, you know, zombie movies that were about voodoo and not a virus and things like that. Because any zombie thing that comes out now, they're like, oh, there was a virus, and I was like, why can't things just be magical, bro? Like, why can't it just be voodoo? Because that's the origin of
the rainbow.
Yeah, the origin. Yeah, Serpent and the Rainbow. The origin of zombies comes from like Haiti and voodoo culture and stuff like that, and it was a thing with slavery where the
Raising
you
the
know,
dead, yeah.
If you try to escape, you know, they're gonna kill you. You're gonna be the Walking Dead, and you're gonna be a slave for eternity. All that stuff, and yeah, that stuff I like that mystical element of it. And when I jumped on that, we had, I think Paramount Pictures was interested in us, and they couldn't get their producer higher up guy to be interested in it.
Oh,
and then he was like, no one cares. He's like, no one cares about zombies, he said. And then a year later,
he get fired.
A year later, The Walking Dead started getting made. Like, I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, dude, that guy, he's working on his resume.
But Yeah, like I don't know the zombie genre. I think there's so many things that you could do with zombie genre. I think people like zombies. You know, there's just like vampires and things like that. It's there's this certain like cryptozoology about certain beings that stick with us for some reason, and I think a lot of it has to do with things that make you think about your own mortality in a way.
Yeah.
So, because
Plus, there is this thing, and I think we're seeing like pendulum shift back to maybe people. Maybe this is wishful thinking. Maybe being less offended, and maybe would be more into a zombie hooker. I think where I think for a time it was too controversial. People would avoid it. I think maybe now it's shifting back.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to shift back. Definitely waiting for it to shift back. No one wants to touch it, like as far as like animated series, blah blah blah. We're still toying with the idea of doing a 20-minute animated short that we do a Kickstarter for.
Very cool.
And we're still toying with it, but right now everybody's belts are tight. People are spending less money. We're tightening our ends and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, when things pick up again, I think we would have extra surplus to start working on that. But yeah, I hope that pendulum swings back because
I feel like it is. I feel like, you're starting to see more like, I don't know, humor, like where it's like kind of edgier humor that people are more like, that's fine.
The thing is, you could talk about violent shit and sex shit. You can have rap songs about violent shit and sex shit. But if you show anything, dude, you're fucking gone, dude. But you can have a TV show about that. You can have movies about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When people were getting offended, I used to take it to heart when people got offended at shows, and I stopped caring. But my argument at the time back then was like, why are you sneering at this? Don't you watch Game of Thrones? And like, yeah, I'm like, it's the same fucking shit, right, bro. Like,
Dusk Till Dawn is this.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I don't even have Zombie Tramp has 0 sex scenes. The whole 17 years of Zombie Tramp, not one sex scene, dude. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So they're judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
There's been a crossover I wanted to get that I can't get because they said, oh, we're not going to touch that because of the name. And we don't want to upset our Disney contract. And I'm like, Disney has a movie called Lady and the Tramp. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because that's the double meaning of Zombie Tramp was that she's a homeless wanderer, and that's what the tramp is. The Charlie Chaplin, the tramp, is a homeless wanderer, right. And that's what it is. And yeah, so I kind of hope it swings that way. It's kind of like I've toyed with the idea of not even where I'm gonna have to add to the title. You know what I mean? Because I like titles with really long names, like our recent character. I beat things with my face, but I
was gonna ask about that.
Like the thing about Zombie Tramp in her story is kind of like she didn't name herself the Zombie Tramp. The internet did. You know what I mean? Based on site, she's a cryptozoology kind of being where she's on websites. There's sightings of her, and then they just tag her that. They dubbed her that, dude. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So it's like, do I have to put that in the title? So like the internet dubbed me the Zombie Tramp. Like that's the title of every book. You know what I mean? Like, and now all of a sudden, if I do that, it's acceptable because now it's something funny. You know what I mean? But just Zombie Tramp is too harsh, and people don't understand because they don't know what 1970s exploitation movies are.
Well, the people here do. I know.
Yeah, of course.
We all love it. I wanted to talk. I do want to get into beat things with my face, but one of the things I wanted to get back to was Still Ill, and you did your first Still Ill con in 2025, and is that something that's going to continue? And how did that go?
It went awesome, man. Night does like sound healings and cool stuff like that, and she's always getting these venues and doing these things with people, and it's really cool. And then she was like, hey, I found this venue that's an old school, and they use it for weddings. You want to come check it out? So I was like, I was checking it out. I was helping her set up for her gig, and I was like looking around, like, this is kind of cool looking. And she's like, I think we could have our own show. And at the time, we live in the Detroit area, metro area, and we're 20 minutes from Motor City Comic Con, but we can't get in. We always apply and we don't get in. So at the time I was just like, well, if we can't get into this show, why don't we make our own show? I asked him how much the venue was. It was affordable. And then Knight's like, why don't you invite Brian Polito? And I was like, he's not going to want to come to my show. She's like, just ask him. So I'm like, all right. So I was like, hey, would you come to my show? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then so I was like, okay, Tim Seeley, you want to come to my show? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, Josh Howard, do you want to come to my show? He's like, yeah. So I basically just started asking people I knew in the industry if they want to come to my show, and they just said, yeah. So the turnout was awesome. The guest list was awesome. We had guests that Motor City can't even get. And we just did a 1-day show. That was it. And and it was like 300 people showed up, and I stood up signing books for 6 hours straight. And,
wow!
On the last hour, the last 30 minutes, my back said, "Sit down, fool," and then I just sat down. I was like, "That's it, dude."
I think I'm about the same age as you. We're too old for that shit.
Yeah, my back was like, "Dude, you gotta sit down, bro." So I sat down, but yeah, it was awesome. Thank you, Derek. He just put Nightmare's Instagram if you guys want to follow Nightmare Lynch and stuff.
So you've done, I know Brian is very protective of Lady Death, but I guess your buddies, this was last year. You signed this one for me, but what a badass Lady Death you did there. Just really, really cool. I love what he's doing too. And
What's fun about Lady Death is that I've told this story many times, but when Zombie Tramp was first coming up, and Action Lab didn't exist or nothing, but I was just like, I had the nerve to go to his booth, and he was signing all these books. He had his little Lady Death cosplayer, all this stuff. And I was trying to get him I talked to him real quick about a crossover. I'm like, please come to my table. I want to show you my character. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he never did, of course. And then, then years go by, Zombie Tramp's, doing really good. It was in the morning. I'm walking around at a show, and he's walking, and I said, "Hey, Brian." He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I was talking to him, and then I asked him about it. Would he be interested in crossover? I got this character that does really well and sells, and he goes, "No." He goes, I'm not interested in that. I'm like, okay. And then more years go by, and one of our friends, David Harrigan, who does a lot of comic covers for Coffin Comics, I was like, hey, could you see if Brian would let me do a cover? So he did. And then Brian's people contacted me, and I did a cover, and it did really well. And then at that point, Brian's like, who the hell is this guy, dude? And then we did a homage cover where I drew Lady Death as a zombie.
Wow.
And it was a homage to Zombie Tramp #1.
Wow, I haven't seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, and it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And then after that, we would, because at the time I lived in Vegas, he lived in Arizona, so we'd meet up here and there at shows or other things, and have dinner or whatever, and chat it up, and we started becoming comrades or whatever, and then it came to when I was going through that law battle. He was like, hey, he's like, I'm gonna put you in touch with my lawyers, and then so I had the same lawyers as him, and they were really great, and then when the lawsuit was over, he was like, hey, did you still want to do that crossover? And that's when we did the Lady Death versus Zombie Tramp crossover. So,
wow, that is, and yeah, he seems like a good guy. I'd love to talk to him on the show sometime. I love what he's doing.
Big Captain America collector. That guy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he owns like everything Captain America.
That's wow. Good. If we ever have him on, I will ask him.
Yeah.
We brought up your partner Nightmare Lynch several
Yes.
times. Another, you're married to a very talented artist as well. Now, that has to be really good for like bouncing ideas or
Yeah,
getting
feedback.
like honest
Yeah.
feedback.
Yeah. The thing about Nightmare is that, you know, we clash a lot, like as far as our ideas and stuff like that. You know, she's been drawing, you know, like under my wing and stuff like that when we first met, and she's evolved a lot and stuff like that. And she always takes my advice when, you know, she's working on stuff as far as, you know, just drawing and stuff like that. But when we have ideas, like her ideas are way different than my ideas. You know, her ideas are more positive, mine are more negative, like, you know, all kinds of different things. We even clash on color schemes, you know what I mean? And that basically is the birth of Cannibal Kitty. Because when I was doing Sad Girl Psycho Baby, she's like, oh, you know, it'd be cool if you made me into a character, you know, a character based on me, but she's a cat girl. I'm like, okay, cool. So she was just supposed to be a character in the pages of Sad Girl, but we couldn't agree on things about her. So Knight's like, well, I'm just going to make my own book. And then she did. And she made a 6-part series called Cannibal Kitty. Yeah. So,
And this one was signed by Nightmare Lynch at the show. I dropped the ball on that, but she's super nice. Both of you guys are nice. I talked to you guys quite a bit this year. Again, if you guys joined us late, this is going to be part of a giveaway. We're doing a giveaway spinny wheel thing in a little bit. This and a Zombie Tramp both signed. Now, how many cons do you do? What do you have coming up?
I don't do that many anymore, but because I was getting so busy, I'd maybe do 4. But I think this year I'm doing more. Man, let me look. I think I got it pinned.
You mentioned I don't know if you can break it, but you're going to a really big one. You just were telling us backstage.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that yet.
Okay, we're not talking about it.
So yeah, like this year I did C2E2, which is usually my biggest show because I like to do. I'm tired of flying places.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, you know what I mean? I just don't want to do it, dude. So like I rather, if I could drive to it, I'd rather do that. So we did fly out for Sworn Fest, which is Brian Polito's own show in Arizona.
Very cool.
Like his Lady Death show. And that's amazing. That's such an amazing show. He does that every other year. After that, we did C2E2 and coming up. Oh, and then we did the Motor City, our 5th annual Not Accepted to Motor City event that we did, where we just do some exclusives. We take commissions. We do live, like we go on YouTube and we do a live show and we do Q&A and we treat it like it's an at-home convention, you know. And that we did better doing that than if we actually went to that show.
And I watched part of it. The live. You did you guys were doing there was like a code for like original art.
Yeah,
like,
for a commission. Yeah. So it was like you can only get the code if you're watching our live feed.
It was very cool. Yeah.
So that was great.
It's the newsletter. That's really where you want to be to find out about live events and things like that.
Yep. Next weekend is June 6th through 7th. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for Three Rivers.
Very cool.
Which is a cool comic book show, man. It's a nice short, like little show, and I like it. I do it every year because it's not a bad drive. I'm bringing Mike McComb with me, who's been doing Zombie Tramp covers for years and years, and he doesn't do that many shows. So I'm dragging him along. I'm trying to get him like hungry for shows. You know what I mean? And
Very
then.
Cool.
We're doing our first anime show, a full anime show in Novi, Michigan in August.
Well, that's cool.
It's called Me Anime. So like me, like Michigan. And then Fan Expo Chicago. We're still waiting to get accepted, but I'm pretty sure we're going. That's August 14th through 16th. Okay, cool. And then a brand new horror show in Detroit just opened up. This is their first year. We're doing that. And that's in, I think that's in Oakland, Michigan. And that is... that's in August, the end of August, last weekend of August. So that's cool. And then Monroe Pop Fest is another Michigan show. You can tell I live in Michigan. So I'm doing another Michigan show, Monroe Pop Fest, which is only a day and a half show, but it's a great show. That's my favorite Michigan show of the year. And they're really great there. And for the first time, I'm going to be in the DC area. There's a brand new show called OpiCon, and it's an unedited, uncensored comic book show, and it's only a 1-day show, and it's I could sell all my not safe for work covers and not cover them
cool.
up. So it's just centered on that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was invited to go to that, so that's cool. And there's one still pending that we will talk about later. But, yeah.
All right, I'm glad I didn't say it out loud then, because I didn't. But yeah, follow the newsletter. You'll find out about all this stuff. So about this point in the show, Rich will share the link, and we invite some of our friends on if they'd like to ask you a question, if you're game to answer a question or two.
Yeah.
So guys in the chat, I know there's some people who are newer in the chat. If we don't know you or something, just say in the chat that you're going to be backstage. Just be cool. Don't come on and make poop jokes or whatever. If you have a question for the great and powerful Dan Mendoza.
Archivist wants to know if I have any copies of the Zombie Tramp Brian's cover. I do not. I sold them all because I was just like, I'm selling them all. And they're gone.
Well, I imagine for what you get for them. It's hard.
I sold them for $5, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah, they were $5 each. And they came with a quick sketch. Like if you bought the book, I would just do a quick sketch. Like that took me like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Those are like gold now. you could like name your price on those, I bet.
That's so funny, dude.
Mike, you want to do the giveaway or?
Up to you, man. You want to let people on first, or you want to do the giveaway?
Let's do the giveaway now, and then that way people don't miss out on it.
The giveaway, there are 2 books, both signed Zombie Tramp from the original extended series, nice. And a Nightmare Lynch signed from C2E2 this year, the C2E2 exclusive this year. So you're gonna get both of these. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the spinning wheel thing. So we're going to do a hashtag. So Dan, what should the hashtag be that everybody has to enter? You can pick whatever you want.
Hashtag filthy.
Filthy, everyone. Yeah. FILTHY, everyone. Everyone, we're doing hashtag filthy for a giveaway of 2 signed books. So do hashtag filthy, everyone. And that's if you're watching, make sure you do it a couple times, just because sometimes you misspell it, just to be sure that you're entered. We want everybody to be entered, and we're gonna do it kind of quick. This way, people can't call people. Oh, geez, hey, you're not watching. We want people who are actually watching to. Right. So, hashtag filthy. Enter it. A time or 2, just to be sure that you're really entered, because you don't want it to be like something where you left out an L and then
right. Or misspell it like I almost did.
So, let's give everybody a little bit of time. But I was going to ask you about I beat things with my face.
Yes.
What is the premise on I beat things with my face?
Real quick, I have a Patreon that I did a few years ago, and that was one of the things. I'm like, hey, let's build a comic book from scratch, and I'll give you guys options, and you help me vote. You vote on what you like, and we came up with this design for Maggie Mintz, which is the main character, and I beat things with my face. And then we even let's pick what kind of job, should she have? Should she work? Should she work at a Hooters? Should she work at a coffee shop?
We look like a couple.
Mute yourself, please.
Yeah, we started plugging away of just this is what's happening in the story. Should this happen or this happen? And people would help make it vote. And then it took like 2 years, but because I was just doing it in my spare time. But I did issue 1, and then everybody on the Patreon got the first print run of that, and then we made issue 2, and then I made it a Kickstarter campaign. But the premise is a headless barista. She's Maggie's a Dullahan, which is it's in Celtic folklore, like the headless horseman and stuff like that.
Oh, very cool.
She comes to the human world because for her love of human music, and she wants to just have a normal life. So she gets a job as a barista at a coffee shop, and some monster hunters discover that she's a Dullahan and try to kill her.
Wow.
And so with the aid of her ancestor Fergus, who's like a ghostly apparition made out of fire, like he armors her up, and they go on a hunt to kill the monster hunters and stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do the giveaway now, guys. So I know we have a couple of people who wanted to ask questions, but everybody's last chance. And yes, Adam, your speech to text is working. Hashtag filthy, everyone. Last chance. Here we go. Dan, would you like to do a countdown for us? A 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go.
Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go, guys. Around and around it goes.
I see so many names on here that I know.
Very cool. I'm glad people showed up. Hey, Michael Fisher.
Hell yeah. Michael
1965.
Fisher.
Hey, so Michael, reach out to me on Instagram, Chonko Comics on Instagram, and get me your information. I'll send you stuff, and I'll get you some Chonko swag as well.
Heck yeah.
So congratulations to Michael Fisher.
Yeah. That's a big Zombie Tramp fan right there.
Good. I'm glad a Zombie Tramp fan won. So normally this part of the show, we have our friends on, and they wanted to ask you some questions. I think
Collector Geek, dude, you have an amazing collection, bro. Like, I've seen your videos.
I think Communion's on first. We're gonna go to Communion, but Alan, Comic Collector Geek, I think is the reason why a lot of the people that we know are into Zombie Tramp. He's the biggest Zombie Tramp fan I know. But Communion, good to see you, buddy. Do you have a question for the great and powerful Dan Mendoza?
Yes, I do. In fact, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Now, with Zombie Tramp getting crossovers with Lady Death and Hack and Slash, is there any type of character that your dream character to do a crossover with?
I have a bucket list, and I have the list of things that it's never going to happen, even if I wanted it. Of course, I've always wanted a Vampirella. I don't think it's ever going to happen. But we just did the Dead at 17 crossover, and I really want to do one with Jim Ballant. So that's kind of something that I think I could get to happen, but it would take a lot of smoozing. But I would really like to have like a tarot, Zombie Tramp tarot, because I'm more about working with indie creators, because once you start getting into a major IP, is basically the reason I left Action Lab is too many cooks in the kitchen. Everybody has an opinion. We can't just do our thing and be creative. Everybody has to have a say in something, and edits and notes. I don't want to deal with that, dude. So yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. So next we have a couple of our friends that are in the same Canadian household. our buddy Matt from Matt Likes Comics, and Alan, Comic Collector Geek. As I mentioned, Alan, again, the biggest Zombie Tramp fan I know, and he's the one who has a Brian copy.
Yeah, it says Brian.
Dude, share his screen, dude. I want to see that big. Look at that.
This is I'll blow your Brian out.
Dang, 2009, man.
He's got one signed.
This is the only copy on the census.
Wow. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Of the Brian one.
Yeah.
I guess you only did 50 of them.
80. It's 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 80.
They on the site I saw it said 50, but
yeah, liars. Yeah.
Liars.
I have a question for Dan. The third issue of this one is like really short printed. Where was the biggest distribution of the book area of the books? Because Alan here has been looking for that third one for years and years, as long as I've known him.
Are you talking about the first run of Zombie Tramp?
Yeah,
Yes.
first run. I'm looking
Um,
for Zombie Tramp number 3. That's the only issue I'm missing.
That was printed actually in what the hell? It was that company in New Jersey, Comics Press or something like that went out of business.
Okay.
I printed most of them there, but we did do a run where we printed them at a mom and pop shop in Oregon. That was when we were doing the Super Real run, which was my friend at the time, Jason Martin. We were teaming up and getting more books out there because we did more shows to, at different times and stuff. But yeah, it was like mom and pop shop stuff, and I would think that the smallest run would be number 4 because we went straight to that digest size trade like right after we finished 4, and then it was kind of an afterthought that, oh man, we got to make the floppies of number 4 even though we're putting out this trade. So
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was able to find everything else, just Zombie Tramp number 3. The first printing I don't have. It's the only one I don't have.
Yeah, best of luck to you, man. You're out in Canada?
Yeah, I've
that
actually
harder.
met you twice at cons. I'm not sure if you remember me, but I bought like a whole bunch of Zombie
Heck
Tramps.
yeah, dude. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
But
Where was it at? In Toronto?
yeah, I was in Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Actually,
dude.
it's funny because I went to the Action Lab thing, and then I was like, "Where's Dan Mendoza?" And they're like, it was almost like I said the bad word or something.
Oh no! and he's been so nice about them, and the whole thing. He's been cool about them.
Yeah. People in the wrong.
So another one of our friends, another one of our friends, Stevie D, has joined us. Stevie, do you have a question for our new buddy Dan Mendoza?
Well, when you were a kid and growing up, did you watch Johnny Quest?
Yeah, of course, man. What's it called? Dave Stevens, man. Dave Stevens did some dope artwork for them, but yeah, Johnny Quest was awesome, man. Like, I didn't watch it as much as I watched like Thunder the Barbarian and you know what I mean, Transor Z, which is Manzinger Z, things like that. Growing up in Sacramento area, the animations that were more saturated were Robotech, Ultraman, the live action show. And
Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultraman's my jam. And things like that, even like when Voltron came to see, but it was like Transor Z, the Manzinger Z, and stuff like that. Those were my jams, and I didn't even know that was stuff made in Japan. I just was more drawn to it,
Right, all that stuff. You remember? Space Giants with Goldar, Silvar.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
the Goldar guy. He had like the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
It was all like that same kind of a thing.
You know what's awesome is that I have a big collection of DVDs and bootleg DVDs and all that stuff, but like I'm too lazy to put them in. Like I want to find it streaming, but I'm just so happy like on my Apple library that I can download like the full series of Thunder the Barbarian,
right?
With the full series of the original Fleischer Brothers Superman run and like things like that, and it's just fun, man. It's just cool.
I was just watching something on YouTube today explaining a Thundar's sword.
Uh-huh.
Like, no, it was like not a normal energy sword. It was like
the sun sword, dude. Yeah,
Sword,
Lord of Light.
Yeah, he could like cut through anything with it. Was like the power of the sun. Yeah,
that's really cool, man.
Our buddy
what's awesome about Thunder the Barbarian was that almost every character was designed by Jack Kirby except for the main characters. So I thought that was awesome.
I saw that somewhere. I saw like test sketches that he did went up for auction.
Wow.
Yeah. He did a lot of that stuff for like Hanna-Barbera and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of those fun facts, dude. Another fun fact about Thunder the Barbarian was it was just Thundar and Princess Ariel. Ukla the Mock was made up just to get this producer to give it a green light because he was a big UCLA fan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chewbacca.
they made this Chewbacca kind of looking character, and they called him Ookla, which is UCLA. So
That makes sense.
We had a couple of questions in the chat. Lau was asking, who's your favorite variant artist for Zombie Tramp covers?
I can't choose just one, man. That's crazy.
Okay, who do you hate the most? I'm not kidding.
No, the worst. I can't do that. That's I don't want to hurt people's feelings. There's been so many along the way, man. I really liked. I really like what Eom did recently. We got the Eom cover. Ickpot's awesome. We got the Kendrick Limbs. Lyrics is awesome. My wife is awesome. Bill McKay's been around since the beginning, almost doing covers. Mike McComb, like I said, the list goes on for a while, dude. But there's some where when we get it done, I'm just like, man, I can't believe I got that done. Like that one right there. That's a Joe Chiodo right there, and
the original art, right?
Yeah, and he painted it, and I kept the original. So
really cool.
So that's really cool.
Nice.
Just little things where I just kind of try to make bucket lists of artists that I need just once, So I got my eye on Art Adams, but I'm too. Yeah, all of a sudden you turn into a little fanboy when you go to a stadium. You don't
just ask.
You treated me like crap, actually. You should watch my interview with Art Adams.
Yeah, I want to get one of that. And I want to get an Alan Davis just because, I really liked his run on Excalibur back in the day in the 90s. His designs are really nice, man. His anatomy is really nice. So I learned a lot from him as far as male anatomy and stuff. So
yeah, there's so many like up and coming artists out there that are just so great right now. Because there's a lot of I like pretty much any style, but there's also this kind of return to traditional. There's a lot of painted artists and stuff covers coming out, which I think is really cool that we're seeing so much of that now. I mean, I love everything. I love digital. I love it all. I'm not a snob about that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. 9 years ago, I bought this Cintiq right here, and I started drawing pure digital, and I just don't draw on paper. I only draw on paper when I'm drawing a commission for somebody. It's crazy. Like for
so much time, right?
Yeah, you can just get stuff done faster. You can mess with layouts better. Like you can do a layout and change it and mess with it, and but it got to the point where because you wear a glove when you draw so you don't get all smudgy on the screen. But it's I started wearing gloves when I'm drawing on paper because the feel of paper started to get gross to me. I'm just like, it's so dry. What's happening? But I'm kind of getting over it. I could draw without the glove now, but
so yeah. A couple other questions we had. Our buddy Awesome Sauce Adam in the chat said, with Ash Labs, did you do any variants with a good friend April O'Neil, or was that only for the American Karate books?
That's only for the American Karate book. I know exactly what you're talking about. Man, who created American Karate? I forgot his name. He's a good dude, man. But he's friends with April O'Neil. That's how he got that cover. Yeah, so
very cool.
We've only had 2 cosplay covers in the history of Zombie Trap. One was Diana Prince.
Oh wow!
And, that was a while back through Action Lab, and she did it just for fun. And then we asked for the rights to it. And my wife Nightmare did a cosplay cover when I got the rights back. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Our buddy Louie had a question. Dan, if you ever had a chance to work for DC or Marvel, or would you if you were asked?
I would, but I don't want to be told what to do.
Right.
You're just a big end. I don't work well with others. I would really want to do a Conan run.
Cool.
I don't necessarily want to mess with characters that I like a lot. Where I would never do a Silver Surfer run because I have such a big collection of Silver Surfer, and I just don't want to mess with it. But Conan's fun, you can mess around with that.
Conan now is outside of Marvel.
It's with Titan, yeah.
It's like Titan has it, right? and
Yeah.
it keeps getting like it keeps getting flopped around to
and
different
honestly,
places, but
Titan has the rights to him and stuff. So
yeah. Incredible Hulk would be fun. But it's kind of like, I don't want to draw a whole book. I don't want to draw a whole book, man. That's like a lot of my time.
Louis also asked, do you do commissions?
I do commissions. Hence, when we did our online show a few weeks back, I opened up for commissions, and you had to know the code to get the commission, and then we close up, man. And so most likely, if you can catch me at a show for commissions, follow my Facebook and the Still Ill Comics Facebook, because if I'm at a show that's pretty slow, I draw to pass the time. So I'll go on Facebook and I was like, who wants a commission? You know what I mean? And that's about the time to jump in. So it's kind of like always kind of
another question from our buddy Awesome Sauce, Adam. Given the chance, would you do Larry Wells Cherry Comics? Is the goal?
Oh my god! I was so close to talking to Larry Wells. I'm just standing there. He's like getting the table ready because it's the beginning of the show, like at C2E2. I'm just standing there. I'm looking at him. I was like, and then I'm texting Brian Polito. I'm like, hey, you got a Larry Wells cover, right? He goes, yeah. I go, how's it do? He goes, it does good for, the people that love Larry Wells, man. They just, it's good stuff, man. And I was like, I think I might ask him for a cover. And he's like, good luck. And I was like, I just walked away. I didn't do it. but no, that would be fun to do, like have Larry Wells do a one shot with like Cherry and Zombie Tramp. You know what I mean? That'd be fun.
Wild.
Yeah. Cool.
I know we have more in the chat, but guys, did you have any more questions for Dan?
I have a quick question in a way. Would you be interested in coming on my channel and doing an interview?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I just
hit me up on an email. Be persistent with me, just like these guys were. but yeah, totally, man. I would love to.
Okay, cool.
It's on the.
I have a very quick question. It is very difficult for my local comic shop to get the current Zombie Tramp books.
Yeah.
It's only through the Kickstarter, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's only through Kickstarter, but you can always any store can contact us for wholesale.
But how about in Canada?
Yeah, even in Canada, but I mean, that shipping is going to kill you a little bit, but yeah, we'll offer you wholesale if you just contact us. The way it works is that you have to spend a certain amount of money. You fill up your cart, and then once it's full, we give you a wholesale code, and you pop it in, and you're good to go. So
cool. I'll let them know.
Yeah, that's kind of the way to do it. We jumped back into Diamond a few years back, and I was like, man, Diamond's taking such a big cut that we're not even profiting. And I was like, this is awful. And then we stopped right away, and then they went out of business like a few months later.
You made them go out of business.
A lot of people. Yeah.
But yeah, we thought about jumping into like Penguin or someone else maybe, but I don't know. It's not an important thing right now. It's not like something I got to get done,
Very cool.
Thank you.
Andreas, you had another question?
In regard to Zombie Tramp and Cannibal Kitty and the animation short you guys made.
Yes.
Has there ever been a plan to make a full series for Zombie Tramp, or have you ever been approached for a live series or a live action?
We were approached a long time ago for a movie, and it got shot down. And this was before Walking Dead. But we were approached after that a few more times, and it always comes back that they have a problem with the name of the title. So it's always a big deal. So we did do a little teaser of Zombie Tramp versus Cannibal Kitty that we debuted at ILCON. But as I said earlier, it was like we still intend to make maybe a 20-minute short, and then we do a Kickstarter campaign for it. We could use it as a pitch to shop around at like Amazon or someone else. And but you know, it's things are just everybody's tightening their belts right now, so with the economy and things like that. So we're kind of like that's like animation's expensive, so we're like that's a costly thing just to start jump starting. You know what I mean? So so once things start turning around and we see like an influx of more income, where we could say, you know, we have all this extra money just to throw at something like that, we'll try to get that started.
Perfect. Thank you again.
Yeah.
We had another question in the chat. Our buddy Adam. So just perspective on this. Adam is visually impaired. So he said, Dan, do you think a comic book would work if you put it in Braille for people who are blind or have low vision?
Yeah, I think that would be fine. I think it would work. Of course, you gotta add in something more descriptive, you know, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. I think the dialogue is fun and witty, and it'd be enjoyed even without visuals.
Very cool. So you're also doing Whatnot sales, right?
Yeah, we do a Whatnot. We might try to do a Whatnot this Wednesday, even though I'm packing up to go to Pittsburgh for the weekend. But yeah, we try to do a Whatnot every other Wednesday, and it's always at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Everybody go bookmark.
And those are crazy. And if you're interested in original art, that's where you're going to get it. You know, I mean, I'll bust out some sketches. I'll do painted remarks now, like on the page. I just don't.
Oh, wow.
Like I'll paint out a whole white area, let it dry, and then do like a nice drawing and stuff like that. And we're adding those to the mix. I'm waiting because we usually have about 40 people in the room. But if I can get up to like 50, 60 people on average, I think I'll start selling like original interior pages from back in the day.
Oh my God.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I kind of want to, you know, I got the portfolio right there. It's sitting right there. But
like showing a couple of things? Or?
Actually, would you be open to selling some of those to some collectors that are on stream?
If you contact me and hit me up, yeah, I have almost every original page of Zombie Tramp.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And then I got Dollface also. Yeah, I also got Dollface and stuff. I'll grab it. I'll show you a couple.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I'd be definitely interested.
Maybe you could buy all the original art pages for that number 3.
Yeah. And then stick it together.
Alan has the whole issue of number 3 is in the original, so it kind of counts.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Very cool.
Like, just out of curiosity, what kind of pricing are you talking about?
I don't know, because I never intended on selling them.
A lot. That means a lot.
No,
we hear $1. Let's start the auction.
This is the very first page of Zombie Tramp right there.
I want that one. That's the one I want.
Wow.
That'd be cool. Just add the very first page.
There are a couple pages I might have sold without thinking about it back in the day, but yeah, we got like, you know, Janie, like page 3 or whatever.
Oh, that's really nice.
Cool.
Stuff like
cover?
that.
You have covers as well in there? Or?
No, any cover I've ever done, I've sold them.
Okay.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, this one's cool. When Zula escaped from prison.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's one I used to be all about, like putting a toothbrush and red paint and just flicking it all over the page.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
We can go the very last page of issue 1 where Janie dies in the car accident. That's all it is just those 2 panels.
Oh, wow.
Because I took that second panel and repeated it 2 more times and just changed the darkness of it to into black.
Oh, wow. That's badass.
Let's go into, this is issue 2, page 21 and page 22.
Oh, wow. She's biting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to chunk into George's head. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Oh, here's issue 3.
Okay, so I just need all the pages from that one issue, and then I can.
Here's issue 3
wow.
right there.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, this book I'm holding right here is, yeah, the whole origin book, because it's issue 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I would be
Yeah.
definitely interested.
Badass,
in
man.
Alan's doing calculations in his head right now, trying
Yeah.
to figure out how much of that he can
how
buy.
many body parts do I need to sell? Is the
I
question.
know. I always say this is my tombstone money. Like I don't intend on selling it, but I don't know. I probably would. I think I'd be more interested in selling pages from the volume 2, which is Tank Train of Terror. I have most of those pages, and I'm definitely interested in selling off Dollface pages. If you guys collected that at all, so
I collect original art, so I think Alan would outbid me on anything, but but yeah, I'd be
Especially
interested.
on book 3. Yeah.
yeah. But that's stuff I've considered of putting on Whatnot, but I want the room to get a little bit bigger because there's like 3 or 4 bidders on Whatnot right now that no one can outbid them. They're like the shit, man. They're like the craziest collectors. Yeah. So
Biggie, you missed a giveaway again. But yeah. So does anyone else have questions? Dan's been very generous with his time, guys. So
I have a
You got
question.
anything, or
okay.
Yeah. When
Stevie?
you're at conventions and fans come up to you, do they often show you drawings of your character?
sometimes they do, yeah. Or they give me gifts, like they draw me a picture or something. Yeah. So
How
Well,
many
I knew
people-
you were going to be on the show, so I drew Zombie Tramp yesterday. So
Oh, nice.
I just would like you to take a look at it.
Yeah.
I looked at a whole bunch of covers before I picked this one.
let's do a close up on that.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Right
Oh
on.
man, yeah, that's like the first issue right there. That's awesome, man. Yeah. We love fan art, and it's like we used to put fan art in the back of the issues of Zombie Tramp, and like I think we should just start doing that again, or at
Yeah,
least start
definitely.
doing it in the trades or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
that's cool.
Well,
Thank you so much.
thanks
Just
for
so
looking at that.
I've got a follow up to Stevie's question. How many people have shown you tattoos they've had done of Zombie Tramp?
A good amount. And what was cool about when we did our own show, Ilcon, we had 2 tattoo artists on scene,
Oh wow.
and they
Doing
were
zombie tramps.
just doing like they had quick little templates of my drawings that they did over and over of any of our characters. So
Oh,
Very cool.
that would be cool.
Tramp, Cannibal Kitty, all that stuff. It was cool.
I bet Alan could be talked into a Zombie Tramp tattoo.
No,
I could be talking.
I'm
to
not a
Zombie
tattooer.
Tramp. I could be talking.
Oh really?
Here-
Okay.
I did a Sonic Tramp.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, dude.
Look at
I
that.
had nothing to do with that.
Turn it off.
That's so funny.
Jason is asking. Archivist Adrift said, "Did anyone get a Zombie Tramp stamp?"
No. No one's got a zombie tramp
Okay.
stamp, dude. Yeah.
That was a
That would
I
be a
could be
double
talking to
print.
a Zombie Tramp. Yeah.
yeah. All right. That was a good one. I was going to give him a trombone, but that doesn't rate a trombone. That was actually very funny. But anyway, so I think what we're going to do is at this point we normally just kind of hang out. You're welcome to stay, but I know you've been very generous with your time. And I know we always say an hour, but we do love when we're talking. And
yeah, we do the Wednesdays we do the Whatnot show. The Wednesday after that, I always do my own live stream on YouTube, and it's called Ill Mannered Art. Ill Mannered Art is a fun show. We usually have McCombs on, Mike McComb, Bill McKay, Drax Gal are like our regulars, but sometimes we'll have special guests on, like we've had Josh Blaylock and
that's a friend. We're friends with
Josh Howard and stuff like that when we're talking about campaigns and stuff like that. But it's always fun. We always just talk about what we're working on. We're sharing our screens, what we're working on. We talk about like Kickstarters that we think are cool and things like that. But that always ends up running like 2 hours or more. So
what a nice guy Josh is. Like we had him on the show I don't know 3 or 4 weeks ago, and when it comes to like self-publishing stuff, really was like ahead of the curve on a lot of this.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Jason or Derek, if I don't know if you could share Dan's link. Oh, there he is.
He's
Derek's
got
on
it
top
on there
of it.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, Derek's on top of. Thank you, Derek.
And what's cool about also on my YouTube page is that there's a folder in there. Like if you're interested in any of our other characters that you don't know of, there's a folder in there, and it's a breakdown of each character. Like you'll be like, who is Zombie Tramp? And it's a whole history of Zombie Tramp. Who is Sad Girl Psycho Baby? A whole history of her. Like it's kind of helped you could get interested.
I was watching some of those in preparation. I was watching some. Yeah, it's really good, and like you do a lot of really good like long form kind of discussion, which is really cool. Kind of into not only the characters in the books, but there's kind of a long form interview you did. I don't know if it was you just like if you were talking off the top of your head, or was somebody like actually asking you questions on that one?
Oh no, I can't have no one in the room when I do these videos. I got crazy anxiety about it. I can't do it. So like, yeah, I just talk to myself.
That's what we do. Every one of us does the same thing on our YouTube videos.
Yeah. I was like, no, I gotta be in the room by myself. I'm like, can everybody just leave the whole house?
Now, was it weird for you, like for all of us? I know we've talked about this. Like when we started doing YouTube, it's like the first couple times where you're talking to yourself and you're just talking to a camera. Was that weird to you? Or
yeah, it still is. Whenever I do a new campaign and I got to make a video, it's like a mess, dude. I just got to get this done.
Yeah, it's such a strange thing because like this, at least you're having a conversation and it kind of flows naturally, but it is something to get used to when you're just sitting in a room by yourself, talking to no one. You don't even know who's going to listen to the thing. My
new thing is that when we do these shows, someone brought it up in this podcast that my wife is really into, and it's about our connection with other humans and how we're always just looking at screens and all that. And then the thing about these kinds of shows is we tend to look at our own faces to see like, oh, am I doing my best angle or I'm doing whatever. So my new thing is I don't give a fuck. I just been sitting here eating pizza. I don't give a fuck what my face looks like. I'm just looking at each and every one of your guys' faces, dude, because and it's helping a lot. Like just not knowing that, trying to forget that I'm there, and I'm just looking at each and every one of you guys as you talk and stuff. But
I do the same thing.
That helps a lot, man.
Yeah. I hope we're not too ugly.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Listen, I don't have a good side, so I'm just I'm just going with it. Whatever side shows up is
there was a skit on Mad TV back in the day, and this guy was this cholo character, and he's always like showing up on like people doing a news reel and live outside and stuff, and he was like, and he'd be jumping in, he's like, hey, get my good side, and he's like what? He's like, every side's my good side. So,
right. Whenever I have a profile shot, I'm always like, oh man, is that my chin, or is it just a beard?
Yeah.
You can't even see anything anymore.
Yeah. Just go like this.
When I first started my channel, it was weird talking into the phone, but now when I do it, I show books and I think about all the people I've met on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think, well, they'll probably like this book,
Yeah. That's a new thing too, is when we do our whatnots, I just had Knight be on camera and I was off camera. And then so it took a couple shows for me to be like, maybe I should be on camera too. And I'm just like just sliding in and it's crazy.
Is she more like naturally kind of like gregarious and she's very nice. I talked to both of you guys. In fact, we were talking about bulldogs as I was showing you the bulldog stickers, and you were telling me, watch out, he's gonna break his leg. I'm like, oh man.
She's way more outgoing. She's like, she's more interested in people. Like she's more like wanting to, way more outgoing. I'm very introverted. I'm an avid indoorsman. I don't like to go outside for activities. I don't.
Avid indoorsman is wild.
Yeah, I just like to.
Is that related?
I just like to draw and be in my room and
I also want to make a T-shirt of that. Avid and
Yeah.
You just made a bumper sticker.
Yeah, but I'd rather be drawing in my room.
Right. Yes.
And endorsement is related to the couch potatoes.
Yeah,
Does not work
like
well with
it's
others.
funny. I don't even watch TV no more. I'm always so busy. Like I watch something when I go to bed, but I just watch Seinfeld. Like that's all I watch. Like I watch an episode of Seinfeld and go straight to sleep. It's like my bedtime story. But like I still eat better than I used to, and I exercise every day and stuff like that. I don't want I don't want my body breaking down on me because I need to draw.
I don't watch TV at all either. Like I just watch YouTube, and mostly like comic book YouTube, and I like some other stuff. Like I watch Police
That's what
Station.
I get too. Like I start watching like short documentaries about things, that people make on their own. Like there's one guy that I forgot the name of his page, but he just does the history of certain 80s cartoons, or the history of certain toys, or it's just the stuff we grew up with. He'll do the
I
history
watch
of
those
it.
too. Those are fun.
Yeah, those are awesome, man.
I've also rediscovered Looney Tunes by introducing my daughter to them, and
original
now I watch a couple of those every day too.
Yeah, the Chuck Jones run, dude,
Yeah.
and also I like the Tex Avery runs, man. They're so good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, well, if you like comic book YouTube, we all have channels and we all post a lot of stuff. So it's it's debatable how entertaining it is, but it's entertaining for us. I
Yeah, big time, dude.
but yeah, I guess if no one has any questions, Dan's been very generous with his time. He said we said an hour and maybe a little over, and he's given us already like
An hour.
35 minutes here.
I got one slice of pizza left, dude.
you hammered it. What did you have on the pizza, by the way? Did your daughter do a good job ordering, or?
I put in the order right before the show.
Oh, okay.
I got a thin crust today. I am a big fan of Detroit deep dish. It's my jam.
Oh yes.
I don't like Chicago deep dish. It's just too deep.
It's pretty good, man.
I got a thin crust today, and I always get light cheese because I don't want all that cheese. But my go-to is cup char pepperoni, mushrooms, and black olives. That's my jam.
Yeah. I can miss the olives, but the rest you got me, man. Well, all right, when you're in for Fan Expo, I'll take you for some real pizza. We'll get some.
Yeah, dude.
We'll get some.
Oh, at Chicago?
Yeah,
dude. Hell yeah. What's that one I've been going to? Illuminati's.
Oh yeah, I love Illuminati's.
Yeah, man.
Pequod's is
Okay.
It's pretty good. And there's another place that's weird. It's called Oven Grinders. It's more like a pizza pot pie. It's bizarre. But yeah.
That's amazing.
Look it up on YouTube. Chicago Oven Grinders. It's so silly, but it is very good. But yeah, I'll look you up. We'll smash some pizzas.
Awesome, man. So, all right, guys.
Everybody, the great Dan Mendoza. Everybody, make sure you're following Dan at all of his links. It's why we do this. Make new friends, and thanks for. We are going to do a little bit of a hangout. We're going to hang out and show some comics. But again, thank you very much, Dan, for doing that.
Yep. Thanks,
Fun
Dan.
time. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, it was awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Dan.
Waving with his hand was kind of useless.
Yeah, what fun.
Yeah.
We're still gonna show some comics, guys. We had so much stuff, and we kind of wanted to talk through some stuff. But before we go, does anybody else have stuff they'd like to?
Well, I don't have any with me, so I'm out.
You can show my comics.
I can show Alan's comics. This is the Wiz Comics too.
Matt, don't knock any over.
We went through a whole closet of comics today, Matt and I.
Trying to find that Bullet Man.
Trying to find Bullet Man #1.
Did you find it?
Nope.
No. We got to do the basement.
Yeah.
But Community, did you have some book you wanted to show anybody, or?
Yeah, there's one that you sent me in particular.
All right.
For those of you who don't know, Chonko sent me an AOK. Chonko, thank you, man.
Here, I'm gonna let you sit here. I gotta get some drink. I'm dying.
1 second.
I'm thirsty too.
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff to show here.
It's like, hey, Alan was actually wearing my shirt.
Alan is wearing your shirt, and I forgot. I meant to wear Chonko's today.
Yeah.
I got a Chonko cup
That's
and
cool.
a big nasty coaster or
Heck yeah.
cozy.
Yeah, got a bunch of stuff here. Doggone it. Everything's falling on me.
Yeah, we thought we'd be hilarious by coming on together.
Oh, I'm first, I guess.
Yeah.
Is my camera looking better than it did on Alan's video?
You did all
What's
right.
that?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah,
very
we
good.
actually thought you were looking
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Good job. Yeah, good job for your first appearance, man. And wow, you got the Chonko shirt in the background.
Yeah, it's actually covering an anime wall scroll that's a little too risque for viewing.
Okay.
I was actually given it when I was a teenager. When I bought a statue. They gave me it as a gift.
All right. Nice. Hey, Justin. Yeah.
You know what the messed up
Hey,
part is? It was looking better before my picture quality. Now it's back to crap.
Your picture. Yeah. So, yeah, that I had that. I sent that to, Communion sent me an AOK, so I was paying him back. So I know he likes Dragon Ball, so I sent him that one.
See if I can get this thing situated.
That's all right. You're fine.
All right.
Hey, don't worry
Yeah.
about the camera too much. You're fine.
Right. Chonko, a massive thank you, man. That was wow.
Sure.
My family have all seen it. They think it's a work of art.
It looks good in the slab.
It does. It very much does. Do I have anything else to show?
That's okay. No, I mean, no
Actually,
pressure, man.
Go to somebody else. I'm gonna find some other stuff.
Want me to go? Okay, let's so this week the big Kickstarter landed, the Sveta Shubina.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
hit my. I just got my notice, and mine's being shipped. You
Yeah,
got yours already. Eh?
here.
Yeah.
And I ordered like a grip of stuff. So the first one I got Sweeney Boo. Sweeney Boo did this really cool kind of butt cover from the
Yep.
Sveta Shubina Dreadful 3.
I like big butts.
Then a couple here. I believe these were the early backer ones. Let me kind of cover, but this one's cool. The girl, and there's like a guy like crawling out of her.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Get some water.
And
Good placement of the eye.
These are the Spanish should be.
these
Oh, I like that one.
cool ones. Yeah, this one. So it's like a regular and a spot foil. These are, of course, these are the great Sveta Shubina. If you guys don't know, I think most people in the chat probably know Sveta's story. For those of you who don't, Sveta is a kind of a pinup artist who is in the Ukraine. She's in like a war-torn part of the Ukraine, like a Russian occupied area. But she does these really, really cool pinup type style, and she released her own book called Dreadful 3. It's a horror anthology, but yeah, really, really cool. And got some of these. So these are all Sveta covers. These are all there's this one,
Oh wow.
and with the so these are all characters that Sveta made. They're like the kind of guides through the horror anthology. They're almost like,
I'll settle. No, you stay.
could you hit your mute, man?
Oh, sorry.
And then this one is another one of the characters of that in the spot foil, and then this one and the spot foil. But the other one is I'm not sure if he's in the chat. He said he was going to stop by, but our buddy Kiss did some like crazy. These were going to be like San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but I think they released them all on the Kickstarter. But Kiss crushed these. Look at these like chrome kind of foil covers that Kiss did. Kiss
really cool.
Yeah, he designed the show logo and everything.
Yeah, you got the one of each. I just got the one. I should have got one of each.
Yeah, they were so badass. But these are the three characters that Sveta designed for the thing. Yeah, these are all recent books, but these were from the Kickstarter for Sveta Kickstarter. Then the other thing that just dropped is Megalith, which I've been waiting on. It's from Bad Idea. If you don't know Bad Idea, they do all these wild things. They're the ones that did like the stake through the slab comic and things like that. But Megalith, it looks really good. This guy, this La Rosa, the art in this looks fantastic. But the thing they did for this that's kind of wild is they took some of La Rosa's original art and they made them into covers. It's just like a copy of what the original art looks like. So they did a bunch of these, but check out, look at the art in this stuff. This is how the art is through this entire book, by the way. It's like this crazy, like and I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn or whatever, but I talked to La Rosa, the artist, and talked about how much I liked it, how much I was liking this, and asked him to come on, and he said he couldn't because he said this book for him was a nightmare to make. So I don't know what that means. I didn't pry, but that's a thing. Then this is Battle Beast number 9, and this is Katrina Messi. But check this out, this painted cover that she did. This kind of cool Battle Beast. Yeah, she's really, really good. Another up and coming artist people should watch. And another one of our favorites. So their Absolute Green Arrow dropped. I got a sketch cover because I always get sketch covers for conventions. But Tula Lote, if you didn't see Tula Lote's cover, again, another artist who I keep telling everybody about, but Tula Lote with her amazing painted cover is a badass.
Look of a black canary.
Yeah. But and then another Kickstarter just dropped. This is
now, is that the first appearance of Black Canary in the Absolute?
Both.
Or?
Yeah, both. It's first, Absolute Green Arrow and Absolute Black Canary, from what I understand.
Black Canary, yeah. It's the first time that she's in the Absolute universe, yeah.
Then I think it's Eternal, I think is the name of the Kickstarter, but Kiss Kiss did another cover. This one's signed by our buddy David Byrne. So I'm gonna have Kiss Kiss sign this too. Kiss Kiss is a badass. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he designed our show logo. He's so good. Everybody should be following Kiss Kiss Create on.
Yeah, your Kickstarter hit my credit card today, so everything's good there.
Going to be shipping. By the way, if you guys missed it, only 25 people backed it, and that included Rich and I. So there's only 25 copies of the official live show Kiss Kiss cover. So if you're getting one, you got something really, really special. And if you didn't, well, sorry, you suck and we hate you. So, and then this is
procrastinated.
This is,
but you like me, right? Because I got one.
I do. You're one of our favorites. So yeah, this is something that's on Alan's channel. Alan's talked about these before. Alan had Yaniv on, and he was showing some comics, and I came late, and I just talked to him a little bit about this. But this is a William Ekron cover. And if you're not familiar, Alan's told the story before. This guy bought this original artwork, and they made comic covers out of it. He wasn't even really allowed to. The Ekron didn't even know this was happening. But this
he did. So what happened was, do you want me to tell the story?
Sure, yeah. Tell me to make sure I'm accurate.
So what happened was there was like sort of like a artist / like flea market kind of situation where there were people selling stuff on the street, and he was an artist. He was like and he was just selling some of his paintings, like this one that you see right here.
Yeah.
And the people like Matt Baker and a couple other people, like the guy St. John, the guy that runs St. John's Publishing, they were like, "Hey, this is interesting artwork," and they bought like a bunch of the covers. They printed them for the magazines, and then they returned the original art to the artist.
Oh, I didn't realize they did that.
Yeah, and then the funny thing was he didn't know that they had used them as the
what I was getting
for the comics.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they used them to publish the comics.
So they're like, of those, there's like 3. Is that right?
There's only 3. There's only 3 that they
3
did.
covers that were done by this guy. He did inadvertently. But
and the colors on this are the best I've ever seen for this cover.
and the line work, like Clint is mentioning, look at how weird and detailed and strange it is. It's so cool, and it's one of the things I've bid on this several times. Always been outbid, but I was able to work a deal with Yaniv. Then I got 3 things off of Comic Connect. So I was bidding on something that I really wanted, this Weird Tales, and it went beyond what I was comfortable with. So the money I was going to use for that. I bought 3 other things off the auction. But one of the things I've always wanted is Showcase 79, and they had a really reasonable copy in 6.0.
Beautiful.
That's a
so-
great book.
That's my favorite, Bronze Age book, or Silver Bronze in that era.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
exactly.
beautiful cover, and I've always liked it when people have shown it, and was looking for like a reasonable copy, and this went very low, so I was able to, fill that one. Then another one that people weren't bidding on. I don't think they saw it. Maybe they didn't look closely at it. It's weird when you're on Comic Connect. Like sometimes things fall through the cracks. Like people are not paying attention. But this was one of those. It was Crime Detective Comics, #1 from 1952, and it's this weirdo kind of like operating room thing.
Oh yeah, I have that actually.
I knew you did.
Probably out there somewhere in the ether.
But he's like, oh, very good, Matt. Oh, that's a good one.
You guys are lucky. You guys are not next to the source of this material.
Right. Somebody like the guy's holding like an ether rag over this guy's face, and he's like shooting the guy back here like a doctor, and the lady's like trying to steal a bunch of medication out of the like operating room. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I thought this was cool. And then the last one is one I had never seen before. Jason said he had seen it. I know Alan has seen it, but for me, it was brand new. This is Captain Science #7. Someone was bidding against me on this, but I still got it for a really good deal. But it was wild. Look at this.
Captain Science.
This is so it's the skeleton, and so girl in red in bondage, bubble helmet guy with the weird gun, but the skeleton's got a sword through him, and he's like dragging her by the neck chain.
A lot of these are homages, actually, or cover swipes of earlier books. Did you know that?
I think Jason said something about that. So this is from 51.
Yeah.
It looks like the guy fighting the skeleton rolled a 1 if they lost the sword in them.
Right.
I have no idea what a bullet's going to do to someone's already dead.
Right. I don't know if it's a bullet or a ray gun. I don't know what he's got.
A ray gun or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I love everything but the kitchen sink.
It's a great cover, yeah.
It's an amazing cover.
Really cool, but
I actually had the whole run.
Yellow, girl
That's
in
all I
red
had.
dress and bondage.
Right. Do you want to see some Alan stuff, or
absolutely?
I'll get out of the way.
I'll switch for that.
Tag, you're it.
It's a little awkward. You go that way.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's okay. It's okay.
There we go.
Hey.
There's boxes everywhere still.
Boxes everywhere. So
my camera's looking better than Alan's today.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with this character, but
right. Did see.
But, actually, this was the funniest deal that I picked up when I picked this one up.
Oh yeah, classic.
This is like crazy huge book. Like it's always expensive when it goes up. Somebody listed this raw copy, and they listed, I think they wanted like $500 or something like that originally, which is actually half FMV already. And I was like, oh, would you take $300 from like some low ball off?
Jeez, oh Pete, man.
I'm like, sure.
Didn't you get that at that show we went to?
No, I got it on eBay. It was, so I was like, this is awesome. And
they took $300 for that?
Yeah. And he threw in like an extra comic.
Wow. That's crazy.
Alan, did they know what it was worth?
I doubt it.
Of course they did.
And I want to show this one. This is like, to me, this is one of the craziest books. Wait, here, 1 second. I'm going to slide this over. So this is one of the craziest books. You guys are familiar with Charles Biro, right?
Yes, of course.
So whenever I think of Charles Biro, I think of like people getting like axes in their heads or something horrendous.
The
Like
crime
some
comics.
crime
Yeah.
drama kind of thing. Well, he did Good Girl art. This is
Wow.
Lover's Lane, Charles Biro.
Very cool.
And it's actually
Very
really,
cool.
it's like actually quite a pretty comic. It's like, very pretty instead of like, nobody's getting impaled. Nobody's like,
Yeah.
like
Well, Biro did the crime comic. He also did Boy, right? Didn't he do some
yeah,
Boy
he
comics?
did Boy.
Did Boy
Yeah,
Club.
do you know
He
the
did
one that
Daredevil?
it's actually the Daredevil one where
Yeah,
the,
Daredevil was
that
good,
girl
yeah.
in the stocks and there's the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
with the dripping thing. That's a Charles Biro cover.
Very cool one.
Yeah.
He did everything.
And so here's a Daredevil that Charles Biro did.
Yeah. I've got a
And
couple.
this is a classic one actually because it has Mickey Mouse
Oh, wow.
and it has Hitler and Mussolini and Tojo.
Wow.
I'm
Weird.
not sure if you can see that. They're
Oh,
getting like
cool.
the bombs tossed
Yeah.
at them. So it's just
Very
it's a
weird.
classic cover just because it's like one of those like, oh, that's Hitler. That's so weird. And Mickey Mouse on the same
That's
cover.
funny.
Right.
And then here's another. So contrast to that Lover's Lane, just like very different. And this one is just the craziest.
Oh, my
The
God.
girl's getting like whipped and stuff. And then
Jeez.
you got her being put
Wow.
in like, the cement boots.
Good
And you have
grief.
this little guy, and he's getting in on the action, or over here. He's like whipping the guys that are whipping the
That's
girl.
like some S&M stuff there, man.
Yeah. That's
What'd she
wow.
do
They're
to
all
that?
wearing hoods.
Isn't that cool?
It's like some Eyes Wide Shut kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. Some friggin' S&M stuff.
And I kind of did like a little, like on one of my unboxings, I kind of got really into this artist that I'm going to show you. And he was the Good Girl artist in the 1920s to 1930s. And they were like, he was so in demand that they were just like working him to death. Like they were just like constantly like, give us more, give us more, give us more.
Mhm.
And he went crazy. And by the 1940s, they put him in an institution, and he stayed there until almost the end of his life.
Wow.
And it's this guy that did this art.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Mm,
So it's
pretty
and
great.
he was like, and so if you look up his bio, the reason I picked this book up, if you look up his bio on like Wikipedia or those things, they showed this piece, and I was like, oh, I like that. So I figured I had to get the one that they showed in the Wikipedia article.
Very cool. Shawshank Collection just showed up. Our buddy.
I'll show you guys a couple more if you go. If do you want more, or like you can
Yeah,
tell me,
absolutely.
you can tell me
I
to
just-
stop anytime. Now I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the company Greenfield.
No.
So Greenfield was this company that didn't have the rights, but decided to just steal other publishers' work. And the publisher that they stole the work from was MLJ. So
Okay.
Archie, Betty, all these kind of things, and all their superheroes. So this is a company. This is Roly Poly,
Yeah.
and this is the Black Hood. But
Is
this
it
was
really?
yeah. So they would create these unique covers, and then the interiors was all like stolen reprints, like literally stolen.
Yeah.
I've got a really cool roly poly here that I
So
bought
the
from-
roly poly, any roly poly is not authorized, but
really.
it's all reprints inside. But the
Huh.
covers are unique, and it's usually like Archie characters, or it's the weirdest thing. It's like
I got
so-
I got this one. It's kind of weird.
yeah, I have that one too. That's
Yeah, it's
that's
not-
another one where it's like Archie, like or MLJ characters,
yeah.
and
That's a
they would
cool
just steal
series.
them. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. And here's some more cool stuff. Some Punch.
Oh wow, yeah, Punch is such a great series. It's the guy with the eye
This is
lasers.
the guy like with Cyclops. This is like Cyclops, like
It's weird. It's almost like sun lasers or something too, because he does it in like a lot of the covers, right? Or
yeah,
several.
yeah. So I'll show you a couple where he does it. He's like this one. Here's another one.
Yeah, I have that. I had to
That's
say it.
my catchphrase. You have to pay me $1 every time you
Fair.
say that.
Maybe it happens.
Okay. I actually going to show you something that I haven't actually shown on my channel yet. This is something that's in the next unboxing. It's very damaged, but this is one of my favorite Schomburgs, actually.
Okay. Very cool.
But it's very damaged. I wish actually, I kind of wish it was a bit better copy. It's Startling 53.
Wow.
And I just love it because you got this, kind of cool good girl stuff going on, but they're actually literally blasting the brains out of these little creatures. Like you can see this one down here. His brains are getting blasted out.
Very cool. And
Isn't that cool?
Airbrushed.
So
Schomburg.
it looks like, it was probably like a higher grade at one point, but it looks like it got water damage.
Or sun, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back is looking.
It looks like it was water damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. You can see right there.
Yeah. But you can see like it was just on this one side, and like, yeah, which is kind of sad.
Well.
I got it really cheaply, so I can't complain. But this is a pretty expensive book otherwise.
My favorite Schomburg era is that airbrushed era when he's doing those.
Yeah, it's like Startling and the Thrillings, and they're amazing.
I never realized airbrush was used so early in time because that's cool.
And if you guys watched my birth year video that I did,
yes,
one of my birth year, I can't believe this is on my birth year.
Very cool.
I'm so cool. I have Ghost Rider #1
Was
on my birthday. Like other birth years aren't so cool. 1973 must have been the best year.
What's that over there?
1971.
I want this book because it's got the first son of Satan. Eh?
Yeah, that's the other cool thing about it. It's a cameo.
Jason says,
cameo, but it's a 3-page cameo.
Jason says he can fix that Schomburg. He said, throw in some methylcellulose on it and put in an aqueous bath. So
no, but the color's gone. It's actually bled out the color. That's the problem.
I think he's kidding. So, but I don't know.
You never know. You never know. You can never tell. Okay.
It's the hat.
One sec here. What else can I show that's kind of cool? Do you guys like Millie the model?
Sure. Little Millie.
I almost bought this one again today. Oh my goodness, what am I doing?
Now that's a great dad joke.
I like this one.
Clicker, use both hands, but I have to keep one hand on the wheel.
I always thought his name was weird. Why Clicker? Why Clicker is his name? It's just such a weird name.
Maybe he clicks when he kisses.
And you were talking, I think it was you that was talking about this, like how Hetty Wolf, was it you, Chanka, that was going on about how evil she is?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, somebody who was talking about that.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody was talking about it, and she is really mean. She's not a nice girl. So it's always Patsy and Hetty, but they're kind of like rivals, and they Hetty is, Hetty's always like trying to do mean things to poor Patsy.
Lau is saying that's him. He said it. Lau.
Yeah. Who said it?
Lau.
Lau. It was Lau. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lau. That's right. It is crazy. She's everyone always pays attention to Patsy. She's the hot one. And
I'll be back quickly.
Yeah. So that's Patsy. But I'll let somebody else show. I just figured I'd show a couple things.
Yeah, thanks, Al.
Here is the.
I got some stuff.
Here's Invisible Woman 1 meets the Invisible Man.
I did get a print with mine. I don't know why, but
I stuck mine
I don't know
in
if I remember.
Yeah.
Did you get one with yours too?
Yeah.
But, a lot of mine, these are I got a lot of the same ones you did, Mike, but then these are the ones I didn't. This Brandy Clayton,
very cool
cover.
And
then Andrew Torsoff.
Yeah, our other friend, Andrew Torsoff.
And I really love how this. It's the skull, and like this is the hair. This drapery and stuff. How it looks like the hair.
It
Stuff.
look like
If you look at it just right. Yeah. It's really, really, really cool. And then this is another Andrew Torsoff.
Very cool. Good dude. Andrew Torsoff of Pinapocalypse.
Good dude. This is Gabrielle de Cara?
Yeah. I actually talked to him about coming on because I love this cover, but
Yeah.
he said he doesn't speak English well enough. Very cool. Very cool.
But and there's another Gabrielle.
Yeah. Yeah, he does great stuff, that guy.
Yeah, the one I got, the packet that was like the one of each cover or whatever. There's another Bradley Clayton.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I like what, you know, they're about to drop the second Kickstarter. So for issue 2 of Dreadful 3 will be dropping pretty soon. Sveta announced it. Sveta and Adam.
Okay. All right. I went on a hunt today, and I woke up and we went through house renovations this week, and I said, okay, I'm either going to place my comic shop order or I'm going to go for a hunt. And I said, man, I feel like digging through the boxes. So I went on a hunt. And I found this one. It's Batman and the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
And what's so cool about this cover, I like the neon popping colors, but it looks like the turtles are drawn big and Batman is drawn scrunched up, you know, so they kind of look about the same size. And then I found a great Hulk book. There's atomic bomb going off in the background, and it's his pose. I like that pose. And
Very cool.
I got one with MODOK. The line work caught me on this one. And you know, when you're digging on and you find a part of a mini series, 3 of 5 or something, but sometimes I'll get it and try to hunt down the rest of them, and it's always a long process. But I found a whole mini series of 1602. And it's the same artist, Greg Peck script and Greg Ticina art. And I got all of them, and I got them for $1 a piece, and they're in great shape.
Price is right.
And here's Iron Man way back in the day,
Nice.
which I really love getting that one.
Yeah.
And there's
Who's that?
Osborn.
Oh, okay.
You see the hair?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
And here's Spider-Man.
Oh, weird.
It's just weird how they kind of put him in period clothing and such.
Yeah.
And I got my first Lobo, and it's a first issue, and it's he's drawing better hair than any other Lobos I've ever seen. It's real cool on this. He looks like Conan the Barbarian kind. And then I got Countdown to Infinity Crisis, 80 pager, and this is Alex Ross. I don't even have to look inside.
Very cool. The great.
And I got this X-Men book because it's the origin of Mr. Sinister, and I wanted to find out more about it. And when I got home and looked at him again, it's also a first issue. So 2 for the price of 1 there.
Yeah,
I got a whole bunch of first.
Some rumors he's going to be in one of the movies.
Oh, like
The villain.
Stanley did his cameos and stuff. Here's Monsters Unleashed #1. Really good shape too.
Nice.
It's got Big Bang Boom and Godzilla and Giant Octopus. Now I liked Iron Man Noir and Batman Noir or Gotham Year One Noir. And this is Luke Cage, and I like that art style.
Yeah, I've never even seen this.
That's cool.
And this really caught my eyes. It's a Steranko, and it's kind of similar to the famous Captain America cover. And this is the first issue too. But what's neat about it is the star is incorporated through the costume, coming in and out of it, matching colors perfectly. And so are the red stripes of the flag phasing in and out. It's really
Very
an
cool.
interesting cover.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
And then I got Star Trek Annual #1 from 1985. Pretty good drawings of Spock.
By the way, do you know that that's a key? That's a major key.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's actually, I believe, that's the first appearance of Captain Pike.
Oh yeah, it says the first story. Yeah. Captain Pike was a captain and he was disfigured horribly and they had to go to the Forbidden Planet where the illusion of him being whole. And then I got a cover by Star Trek Battle. I like the battle scenes. And I got my first G.I. Joe along with my first Lobo because I like space covers, and it's a great space shuttle. Looks better. You can see the shuttle. It's just orientated in space weird. But I like that. And I got the Avengers, the Next Generation trade paperback. It's 6 issues. I'm almost on them. I got Doom 99 #2 because I had #1 and I wanted to read #1 and then and I got a couple of Christmas books for my last 2. And this is where I wanted to ask Matt. Now this one I can figure out. All the superheroes are floats in like the Thanksgiving Day parade, but Superman's flying in the middle of them, which is kind of cool. But the one,
wait, hold that up. I want to see who the heroes are for a second there.
It's the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Okay, Green Lantern.
Spectre.
Spectre. Who's the girl? I can't see the girl very well. Is that Phantom Girl?
I don't even know.
I don't know. And there's another one in the back. I don't know. The two guns.
Is that Vigilante?
That's Vigilante.
Looks like Vigilante.
Oh, Vigilante.
An older Vigilante than the
original Vigilante.
Yeah, Vigilante.
And I got this one for $4. And Matt, you're gonna love this one. It Mr. Mixie all over the place in a Christmas scene. He's playing a trumpet up here in one corner. I got this for $4 or $5, something like that.
Nice.
It's good. It's good.
So I got all of these books for $42. I thought that was a steal for the kind of books that they were.
Very cool, Stevie.
Pretty cool, man.
Okay, I've got to head. I've got to drive home, so I'm going to take off, guys.
All right.
Hey, Matt.
Hold on, Matt. Matt, I have one to show you.
Okay.
Because it didn't turn out good on Alan's video. Let me see if I can get a little redemption here.
Oh, I've got that. That's a great book.
Yeah,
I got
Archer.
that too.
That's an Archer.
Yeah, let me see. Damn it.
Old Art Germ.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's good.
Got 2 more here. I'm going to head out 2 in a little bit.
Nice.
Nice. Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And one last one. Nathan
Oh,
Zerdy.
I like that one the
was
best.
the best.
I like that
Oh, I
one.
like the Supergirl one slightly more.
I like that one the best, actually.
That's it.
Take care,
Good stuff.
guys.
Good stuff. Bye, guys.
Good, Matt.
See ya.
All right.
Bye, Matt. Stay
Sweet.
dry.
Yeah. So I think a good show.
Yeah, real good show, man. Thanks again to Dan, Mr. Mendoza. That was awesome.
Always great to make new friends. Yeah, nice guy, funny guy, a lot of fun. Yeah. I hope everyone else had as much fun as we did.
I came
Made
on
me
the show.
hungry for pizza.
If you guys came in after he left, make sure you go back and watch the rewind. And it was a very good interview. I know there was a few people that showed up after the fact, but thanks everybody in the chat.
That was good.
Yeah, the giveaway. Yeah, you did a good. That was an awesome giveaway. Thanks to everybody in the chat, and thanks to everybody at K Munin, Stevie, Matt, and Alan, and for hanging out. Thanks again to Dan for doing the show. It's always a great pleasure to meet new people like that. It's Chanko and I's great pleasure to meet new people like that. It's one of our big things for the week, so
Favorite part of the week.
It's nice to see K-Mun in person. I saw his interview with Matt, and I saw him in the chat for almost 2 years, and
I'm glad the
always
cameras will
getting
this
there.
time.
Yeah, I think the Matt interview looked a little better. But it was great. Everything's great, man.
All righty. Well, what we got coming up here, Mike?
Oh yeah, we need to promote. What am I doing? Jeez, Pete. So everybody, no show next week. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Sorry. Let's see. Where's the? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we suck. Whatever.
I will be out of town. I am going to IndyCon in Indianapolis, Indiana. So
very cool. I saw Nate is going to be like featured. He's like,
yeah.
So
he's going to be on a panel. One of his stores is doing a panel and asked him and another local guy that has a YouTube channel to be to host it, and they're going to be interviewing. I forget who they're going to be interviewing. Somebody.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good time. It's going to be after the show. It's going to be like at 5:00, but it's still going to be there at the venue. So it should be a good time.
So just so everybody knows, we did originally have David Diaz on next week, but he has been rescheduled for the 25th of July. We have the great David Diaz, husband of Michelle Diaz, who was on the show before. You saw David was on, super talented. He's really great. So no show next week, but then the week after we have Ingrid Gala on. Ingrid Gala is Spanish artist, friend of Suspiria, very, very great. You will like her a lot. The week after that, we have Carl Choi on from 247 Comics. And there might be something special with that. There might be a drop. I'll talk to Carl, but he's a friend of Mike from snick.com. He is a huge original art collection, and he has a comic company called 247 Comics, very manga style. So like K-Mun would like what that guy's doing. I think we might have something special for that one. The week after, on the 27th of June, Lorenzo Di Felici, who did Red Roots. Red Roots is like one of my new favorite reads.
The
4th of July. And the 4th of July, there's no guest. It's possible. Don't hold us to this. We might do a hangout or something and talk and chat, but it won't be scheduled. It might not happen. It's just completely going to be off the cuff if it does. And then the 11th of July, a Murder Hobo episode. All Murder Hobo. It's going to be our
Ryan G. Brown.
And I'm normally better at this. I forget. But yeah, the writing and art team for Murder Hobo, and we're going to talk to them. We're going to do something special for that one. There's going to be some special Murder Hobo something happening for that episode, and that's what we have scheduled for now.
Yep. Some good stuff coming up.
Cool.
But all righty. Well, again, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out, and we will see everybody in a couple of weeks. But
thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
It's a live show. It's a live show. Oh no, just wait, cause it's not just a live show, it's the live show. Yo, it's a live show. Oh, it's a live show. Yo, it's a live show. Oh, it's a live show.